I'm dipping in my Chevelle, my Chevelle. I'm flossing in my Chevelle. I'm riding in my Chevelle.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Ellis Chevelle 254. You tuned in for another one. Today we not fooling with anything LS swap, but you know, fooling with a Chevelle. Got our Haynes manual right here, and basically what we're doing is we're trying to solve that issue with the ignition. As y'all know, I was telling y'all the way that my starter was engaged is by this little switch down here that you probably can't see because it's dark. So let me get a light. So boom. So yeah, as you can see right there, I got a switch right there. So what we're doing, I found the schematics and with the help of a guy off one of the forums, he said there's a purple and white wire which we have located, and it is right there. You can see where I'm shining the light at. I got my test probe stuck off in there, and that's gonna let us know that if when we turn the key we still have what we need to it. So turn the key over, boom, boom. So that part of it is good. Now also from what he told me, from there it goes to like a it's like a safety switch, something like that. Let's see what he said. Oh, his name is Joe Mosca. So I don't know if Joe Mosca watches YouTube, but Joe Mosca, if you happen to run across this video, thank you. So he said power goes into the key switch, comes out to the purple white wire to the neutral safety switch on the base of the steering column, which is what we just found. Then out to the purple wire to the starter. So you know, we are familiar with the starter wire, and that's kind of what kind of gave me the like, oh yeah, I can do this, because I done wired in the LS motor to the same platform. Now locating the starter wire is, I think, where we may run into a problem. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm gonna try to locate that, and after I locate that, we'll be right back. Alright guys, so we have located the purple wire. I thought it was gonna be like missing in action or something, but it was actually laying right where it's supposed to be. So as you can see, I have the ground hooked up here. I have my probe sticking through. And my probe is sticking through right here where that wire is. So now, since I don't have anybody in the car to turn it, I'm going to leave the camera here and then turn it, and we're going to see if we get a light. So and actually, I can probably peep from this other side. Yeah. All right, let's give it a go. My arms are actually not long enough. Okay, no, it is. So, as you can see, the starter wire is working like it's supposed to be. All right, so now that we see that we have power to the starter wire and everything, let me see what he said next. Which, that in all actuality, as really should be all that it takes. So then the yellow wire, let's see, so out the purple wire to the starter, so that's good on that. Then the yellow wire comes from the starter to the coil with full battery voltage. After it starts and is running, the yellow goes dead and the coil is powered by pink and black wire that has a resistor in it to lower the voltage to about 8-9 volts, which if you change the distributor and got rid of points you no longer need. Hope this helps. So now I guess we're gonna look at the coil and see what we can find there. All right, let's see. Go grab our handy dandy flashlight. And see. Actually, I was going to try to trace those wires up to the coil or something. Actually, let's look on the other side. Because I'm pretty sure it had to be some reason why they initially got rid of it to start the way that it did. That would only make sense to me, but you know, who knows? So it looks like we got a black, a pink, and a red that are plugged into the coil. Or maybe that's a yellow. Can you see? I don't know if y'all can tell. If I can't tell, y'all probably can't tell. So let's get up a little closer and see what's going on. So from what I was able to gather, the two wires that are wired to the starter, one is going to the post where the positive wire from the battery runs to. The other runs directly to the what is that thing called? It runs directly to the other side that engages the starter. Those two are then ran inside of the vehicle to the switch. So being that everything is intact, all the wires are working, starter wire, all that, my only guess is that it was wired like that for theft prevention purposes. I thought it was maybe because something was messed up wiring wise, but that's not the case. And I'll probably leave it like that, to be honest. I did kind of want to find out what was going on, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, yeah, well, if it ain't broke, you know, don't fix it. Not right now, anyway. But I mean, if it's a good theft deterrent, you know, old school cars and things of that nature may or may not be a target in your neighborhood or where you live at. So that is a good bypass, you know, for the starter if they can't get it to start. Now, the only thing I would question is the placement of the starter switch, because if they just see a switch laying on the floor, they may or may not, you know, fool with it. So I guess that's kind of where that car knowledge comes in. Like, okay, well, you got to turn the key first and then, you know what I'm saying, you do it like that. So it might be a workaround for y'all. If somebody out there wants to try to keep their car from being stolen, then it possibly could be a good theft deterrent. I know it probably would, because if the dude hadn't explained it to me, you know, I'm just going. Most people, they first thought, they hop into the car, they turn the key, and or they, you know, break the you know, with a lot of these cars like Caprices, C10s, Chevelles, other old school cars, Chevelles, Novas, all that stuff, you know, they break the column and then they can take off in your stuff. So I can definitely see where that totally takes the column out of the process, you know what I'm saying? And it'll give you time to get down there and handle their ass. So maybe you can use this video to kind of know how you could wire your car for theft deterrence. So it's your boy LSJ Ride 254. Identify your weaknesses and making your strengths. Understanding, knowledge, that's what it's all about, people. Gone.